Hi, my name is Kathy, and this is another one of my how-to videos for the Yamaha MOXF8 keyboard. I'm calling this video Tips for Getting Started. So let's say you just bought the keyboard and you've taken it out of the box and turned it on for the first time. It'll default open with a performance voice that'll sound something like... Okay, so maybe you don't want it to open with a performance every time you turn it on. You just want it to open up to piano. So I would definitely change the default settings. So you're going to go to Utility, and it will open up this screen. You want to make sure that you're on General, which is the F1 button. And then see where it says Other, that's the SF6 button. Make sure that's pressed. Now, if you're not seeing this screen, because I didn't, then use one of these arrow keys. Watch what happens when I press this arrow key. It takes me to a different screen. So now I'm going to push it back to the left, and it opens up this screen. So here it says Power On Mode. Now, when you buy the keyboard, it's going to say Performance. But I like to just go down to Voice, GM, hit Store. I hit the Store button. Now it's storing. All right, now if I turn the keyboard off, I'm going to turn it off and back on. Okay, and now watch, it's going to default open to Concert Grand. Every time I turn it on, I'm going to have a piano. Okay, so I think that saves you some, I don't know, irritation. So it's nice to always have the piano be your default. The next thing you're going to do is go to Utility, and then go to General again. Make sure that the General is selected. Whoops, I have to hit Other. I'm sorry, I have to hit Other, which is SF6. All right, I want to using the arrow keys, get to the screen that says Mic, Power On Mode. I've changed it to the Voice GM, Auto Off. Now, right now, it says that every 10 minutes, this keyboard's going to turn itself off. So if I walk in the other room for over 10 minutes, I'll come back to my project and the keyboard will have turned itself off. I don't like that. So I go down here and using your dial, just turn it to off. Okay, so now the keyboard will only turn off. Well, you have to hit Store. So hit Store, and it's storing that change. So now the only way the keyboard will turn off is if I turn it off. All right, so you're ready to start using your keyboard, and you want to find an instrument. So you're going to go to Voice, Category Search, and then you'll see there's all these categories. There's acoustic pianos, there's electric keyboards, organ, guitars. Let's say you want an electric piano. So you just hit category, you dial up the keyboard, and then you just hit Category Search again, and it'll open up all these choices that you have. So I'm just going to choose one. There it is. Okay, so now you hit Enter, and there you are. So you can play your electric piano sound. Okay, if you want to access the pre-programmed performances, you hit Perform. You are going to open up the category search again. Let's say you want one that's R&B, hip-hop, electronic, jazz, world. So I'm just going to go to Rock and Pops, and I hit category search again, and it opened up this window, and just start listening to them. Notice this arpeggiation button is on. Make sure that that's on. If you hit it again, it turns it off, and then you strike a key and it's back on. Okay, so let's say I want the 80s drummer. Okay, so I'm going to hit Enter, and now I have that performance. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and then back on. All right, if I want to see what those voices are that I'm hearing, because there's obviously drums and there's some keyboard and stuff, I go to the F2 button right here. See where it says Voice? And that will show me the 4 voices that are in that performance. Now, using my arrow keys, I can go over to the little X's to the left of these voices. and I can toggle them using the wheel on or off. So the first one is usually going to be the drums. The second will be a low instrument, the bass or whatever's lower. It usually moves from low drums, then low to high. That's how they're set up. So if you want the drums, but you don't want one of the other instruments, you can toggle it off any way you want. Okay. Now, if you want to work with a lot of different instrument voices that you can switch between quickly, or you want to record a song that has maybe a piano or a keyboard, keyboard, bass, strings, go to song mode. Now the first three, if you get using your arrow keys, get up to this window right here, you can see there's already a song on songs number 1, 2, and 3. Those are demos. But when you get to 4, it looks like a blank song. So just to make sure it's blank, I always go down to Edit, and that opens this screen, and top means beginning of your song, end is the end, and there's no data there, so I know that that's totally available. So I hit Song again, takes me back here. Now it's very important that the next thing you do is hit the Mixing button, which will open up the 16 tracks. And down here, where it says Volume Pen, you want to go to Voice, which is the F2 button. You can see that every single track right now is piano, acoustic piano. That's what PM stands for. But let's say you don't want that, so you go to Category Search. Let's say I want the electric piano here, so let's say I like this one. I hit Enter, and now I have a keyboard. That's the sound that I just chose. Use your arrow keys, navigate to the next track, press Category Search, find the instrument you want. Maybe I want bass here, so press it again. That'll open up some basses that you might listen to and choose one that you like. Press Enter, and now I have the bass. Use the arrow keys and just keep moving on down the line. Category Search, Categories, whoops, Category Search. Let's try that again. Category Search. Just keep hitting it till you get back where you want to be. Hit Strings, go down, pick the strings you like. I like background strings a lot. Okay, and then you're going to hit Enter, and you can just keep going 16 times. When you're ready to record your song, go to the track or the instrument you want to record first. So let's say I want to do keyboard first. So I'm going to hit the record button. 1, 2, 3, start playing. All right, and then stop, and then there it is. Now we're going to go to the next voice, which is the bass. All right, and you do the same thing. All right, now if you want to go to pattern mode, it works a lot like song mode. Oh, here we have some demos on 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got an empty pattern on 4. Let's double check it looking at Edit. Okay, looks good. Go to Pattern. All right, let's open the mixing window. Go to Category Search. Find the instrument you want. Hit it again. Choose the. If you want that instrument, a muted trumpet, you push Enter. There it is. Use your arrow keys, go to the next, choose the instruments you want. Now when you're in pattern mode, there's a lot more to it that I don't really want to cover in this video, but just to show you one thing, right down here, using these arrow keys to navigate down to this lower right corner, you can see a 4. That means your pattern is 4 measures long. So basically you're creating a loop. You're going to play for 4 measures and then lift your hands off the keyboard, and it will keep looping that. And then you can layer, other instruments going to the different tracks over that same loop and create a 4-measure pattern. And then just real quickly, for those of you who are eager to know more, these sections, that's section A, if you dial that to section B, you won't hear anything. Now you record a new loop, or 4 measures, a new pattern, a new 4-measure pattern, or if you want it longer, you can make it longer. And then over here, you highlight pattern section, and this would be pattern A, B, C, D. So when you're playing, if you're playing along with this first pattern and now you want to switch quickly to the next pattern, might be the bridge or just a chord change, and then you want to go back to the first pattern. Anyway, it's great the way it works. So, if you want drumming in your song, let's go back to this. You need to watch my other videos about using the pre-programmed drums on the keyboard. It's tricky, but it's worth it. The videos are called Yamaha MOXF8 How to Record a Drum Track and Save It in Song Mode. I made 2 videos by the same title, but they're numbered number 1 and number 2, and these are very important videos to watch if you want to use the keyboard to record your drum loops instead of using the loops in Logic or GarageBand or whatever program you use. Personally, I like my method in the second video a little better, but each video shows a different way to record the drum loops on the keyboard so that you can lay down a drum track for your song with the fills and the breaks and just the way you want it. So hopefully you'll subscribe to my videos and learn about how to do this. I hope this video helps you get started on this great keyboard. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a note and I'll try to find answers for you. Because I know how frustrating it can be. I've had a keyboard for about 15 years now, and there were a lot of tears at the beginning. All right, thanks. Bye.